Welcome. Thank you for joining us on the empty side of the table. This was supposed to be a kind of what's in my bag video, but we didn't have a bag. This will be a review of the things that we picked up at StocktonCon this past weekend. We apologize for not doing this sooner. Nice little stack there. So we were there for 2 days. The first day is when we did more of the shopping type thing and looking around. The second day we weren't planning on going, but our friend Mel forgot some very important medical supplies that he needed, so he called us up and we went out there post haste. We owe him a lot and we had no issue at all driving all the way out there to drop some stuff off to him. And we walked around a little bit more, posted a video of that, but this is some of the stuff that we got. So this is a Batman from McFarlane's Mods. We did a unboxing review of the Swamp Thing one we picked up, which was brilliant and beautiful. It was very chunky and burly. This looks like it's influenced by Frank Miller's Dark Knight, but the sculpt on this is awesome. The paint is really cool, and I'm wondering if they have any more from this series. McFarlane's Mods. I honestly hadn't heard of it until I picked up the Swamp Thing. But this is the Batman one. And at that same booth, there was just a kind of mishmash of things. And she had some pins, so we picked up a couple of pins there. We got this cute little Skeletor pin. We do like Skeletor. And he's not entirely silly looking or something like that. There's a lot of silly Skeletor stuff going around. This one's just kind of cute, I guess. And we also got this pin. So, if I'm not mistaken, I know we were at Comic-Con on its 50th year, but at the time, when we were going to claim our bags, our bag, and you go upstairs, you scan your badge, and they give you a bag. But because we had a vendor's badge, they wouldn't give us the commemorative pin, which came in like a box or something like that with a certificate and all that noise. But yeah, so we had a vendor's badge, and they're like, "Oh no, these are just for the, I don't know, public or something." Bit upsetting, but I was going to Comic-Con for free. I'm not gonna make a stink about a little pin, but I got it anyway. There was a lot there, nothing too much we were interested in, but there was one booth that had a bunch of figures standing up on a table in separate boxes, and it was 2 for $25, and we kept going to it and looking through it and going back and forth and back and forth. This one we glanced through past. We just glanced past it, never really paid attention. And then we noticed that it said Zatanna on it. And I am trying to gather some Justice League Dark figures. This doesn't look anything like a Zatanna I ever knew, but it's from the series Identity Crisis that was running in the comics, and I'm quite ignorant about it. But it is Zatanna, so we picked it up. I do want to find out more about it though, so at some point I'm going to try to gather the Identity Crisis comics, or maybe they have a graphic novel or a collection. So this was one of the two figures that we got, 2 for $25. Then this one here. This is brilliant. It's very, very creepy looking. Our girlfriend actually has this out of package. She bought it out of package. We found it in package, which is quite nice. It would be really fun to play with though. I want to say this is from one of the animated shorts or films or something. Maybe Batman Beyond, but I honestly don't know. There was another Mr. Freeze figure that we were looking at, not all that posable, and he had like this really big backpack on that you fill with water, and you push a pump and it squirts water out of his gun. Obviously we didn't pick him up. There were some of the smaller Justice League figures. Where are they? Oh, they're all the way down there. No, they aren't. They're right there. Yeah. Okay. But they were still in package. I like collecting those loose. Let's see. There was a Dr. Fate. There was the 3-pack of Darkseid, Orion, and Mr. Miracle. We have Mr. Miracle, and I think we have Orion too. But either way, this here is a print that was given to us on Sunday from a friend of Mel's, Lazy Bones. Really cool gentleman. Like him a lot. He's been hanging out with Mel at Comic-Con since I've been hanging out with Mel at Comic-Con. He did a comic called Anne Frankenstein. He does a lot of mishmash kind of stories and things. I think he did like Santa Claus versus, not Krampus of course, maybe Frankenstein, I forgot. And while I was waiting to drop Mel's stuff off, I was looking through Ken's sketches and prints, and he just asked, which one did you like most? And I was like, I like this one a lot. And he just gave it to us, which I was quite pleased with. It was very nice. Lazy Bones is a really cool dude, really nice dude. And this is called Skull Balloons, Lazy Bone Studios. You can see right down there. Really cool though. And finally, we've got Batman and Ace the Bat Hound. So, this was kind of an impulse buy. Just kind of silly. But I figured why not, because we also we did also pick up something else kind of silly. Of course I was looking through all the bins of loose figures and things like that, and we found this guy right here. And just kind of put in mind like some kind of silly video we could do or whatever, where the Bat Hound does something not nice or whatever, makes a mess, and Batman gets mad, and then it kind of looks like this, and he's not mad at him anymore. I don't know. Silly stuff. So we've got, not East Bay Comic Con, what's it called? It's just a toy show, a local toy show, and they're actually expanding it to have a CCGs that they'll be selling, I'm guessing, maybe in a separate room, I don't know. I'm hoping to do a walkthrough video of that, and maybe trade a figure or two. Last week we had to make some room, and we dug through all of our figures and noticed that there was one that we had 2 of. So we're gonna see if we can make a trade for something. We did it one time before. We traded a Joker that we already gotten for a Riddler. That was quite cool. And at some point we will be doing an unboxing of this figure, and maybe jotting down some ideas for that stupid video I haven't mentioned. Really cool stuff. This is again what we picked up in StocktonCon. Didn't meet any wrestlers this time. In our last venture at Comic-Con, we were allowed into the green room because Mel had an extra vendor's badge. And what the green room is just the catering room where they have all the local restaurants put out a bunch of food and things like that, and that's where the guests go to refill themselves. So he threw the badge at us and he's like, hey, get yourself something to eat. So we went back there, gathered some things, sat down at a table, and we heard like these kind of growly voices. I don't know. They just sounded like really big, boisterous voices. And we just kind of looked over our shoulder, and there were a pair of wrestlers sitting behind us. I think it was Sting and Kevin Nash were their names. Kind of cool. Didn't, they're eating. I'm not going to say anything to them or anything like that, but... Alright, so we'll do an unboxing of this at some point. Thank you. Stay healthy. Always be kind. Take care.